To love is to admire with the heart. To admire is to love with the brain. The profound meaning of Théophile Gautier. Have you ever thought that love goes beyond emotions? What if I told you that it's also a connection between the mind and the heart? To love is to admire with the heart. To admire is to love with the brain. Words by Théophile Gautier that could transform your view of love. Imagine that love is not just a feeling, but a deep understanding, an admiration that starts in both the heart and the mind. What if the true love requires not only passion but also respect and understanding? Often we confuse love with something fleeting. But true love is the one that combines reason and emotion, that allows us to admire and love deeply and lastingly. What if I told you that there's a story that shows this kind of transformative love? Stay tuned, because soon you will get to know a real and emotional story, where love goes far beyond expectations and teaches that loving is the perfect blend of heart and mind. What if it was you living this? The love that transforms. How the brain and the heart unite to change lives. What if I told you that everything you knew about love could be wrong? What if true love wasn't just about what you feel in your heart, but also about what you think in your mind? How would your life change if you understood that loving truly requires more than just passion and emotion? Get ready to learn a story that will challenge everything you knew about love, about what can change your life, and how the balance between the heart and the brain might be the key to everything. This story will stir your emotions in ways you never imagined. When we talk about love, we usually think of something instantaneous, something magical that happens without warning. Something you feel deeply that makes the world seem to stop. But what if I told you that true love goes beyond just feeling? It requires a connection between the mind and the heart, something that will transform how you view relationships, and even how you see life itself. Maria, an ordinary woman with a past full of romantic disillusionments, is about to discover that love is much more complex and deep than she ever imagined. And Raphael, a strategic and calculating man, has something to teach Maria, but will he succeed? Maria always believed that love was something spontaneous, something that came from the heart without needing further explanation. She grew up believing in stories of perfect love, passionate hearts, and always threw herself in wholeheartedly. But her love story with Raphael starts differently. Raphael, an intelligent and rational man, sees love in a more logical way. He believes that love is not just about emotion, but also about choice and commitment. When the two meet, their ideas about love clash. How can two such different worlds coexist and find harmony? Maria and Raphael have much to learn from each other, and this journey will take them on a path of discoveries, revelations, and great challenges. Their relationship begins to turn into a game of adaptation, where the mind and the heart fight for control. Will Maria's passion be able to break through Raphael's barriers? Or will Raphael's logic push her away from her deepest feelings? A deep conversation reveals that they both have more in common than they thought, but they also have fears and insecurities that prevent them from fully opening up. Maria, with her heart open, begins to realize that she needs to balance her emotions with reason. Raphael, on the other hand, starts questioning whether love can really be just a rational choice, without room for the heat of passion. The conflict is set, and the differences start to seem insurmountable. As their relationship deepens, greater obstacles arise. Maria begins to feel lost because the love she idealized does not match the reality. Raphael, in turn, finds himself increasingly challenged by Maria's emotional surrender. Will the two find a point of balance? Or is their love doomed to failure? The tension between them grows, and although affection still exists, their insecurities and internal conflicts begin to take over. The fear of the unknown and the difference in expectations pull them further apart each day. The story takes an unexpected turn when both face a decisive moment. What if the secret to saving love was not just in what they feel, but in what they think? Maria decides to step back and try to understand Raphael more deeply. She begins to observe how he handles his feelings, how he reflects before acting. Raphael, in turn, tries to surrender more to Maria's emotions, attempting to feel what she feels. The trial and error lead them to a transformative discovery. True love needs harmony between what the heart desires and what the mind chooses. They realize that without balance between these two aspects, love cannot be whole. Maria decides to give the relationship one last chance, but with one condition. If she and Raphael cannot find a way to truly connect, to balance reason and emotion, it will be the end. Raphael, in turn, realizes he needs to open up more, set aside his excessive rationality, and trust the power of emotion. They meet at a moment of vulnerability, where their defenses fall, and the barriers between them begin to disappear. Is it too late? Or have they finally found the key to true love? The atmosphere between them becomes unbearable when, at the peak of the conflict, an unexpected revelation arises. Raphael, who has always been so rational, finally understands that love cannot be controlled only by the mind. He surrenders to what he feels, allowing himself to be vulnerable. Maria, in turn, understands that love is not just about blindly following the heart, but also about making conscious choices, so that both can love each other with greater depth and clarity. The moment is tense, filled with emotion, and they find themselves at a turning point. Can they really merge these two forces harmoniously? On a quiet night, when all fears and insecurities are finally confronted, Maria and Raphael look at each other and find the true essence of love: the union between the mind and the heart. They become stronger, more complete, and more committed to each other. The transformation is real, and they finally understand that loving is not a simple emotion, but a choice that must be made with courage, wisdom, and dedication. Maria and Raphael's story teaches us that true love is not about blindly surrendering to feelings or trying to control everything with reason. True love is about finding balance, harmony between what the heart desires and what the mind chooses. And in the end, true love is the one that challenges us to grow, to evolve, and to become better versions of ourselves. Now, I ask you, are you willing to love with both your heart and your mind? If you were in their place, would you make the same decisions as Maria and Raphael? What would you do in their shoes? Now, if this story touched your heart and you believe you can learn more about how love transforms lives, subscribe to the channel, like, and share it with someone who also needs this reflection. Don't forget to follow us, because there's so much more to explore about love, life, and how we can be better every day.